So let's delve into grants because we've talked about mission and the purpose of government, and we have the infrastructure law a couple of years ago and all $1.2 trillion pumped into the economy to help out communities and managing that, which is we've hit that, I think, hard enough on. We have to know that the right dollars are going to the right people to do the right thing. Over $1 trillion at stake in grants, the benefits to grants recipients. You and I talked a lot about the latest Council on Federal Financial Assistance, COFFA, for all of us out there who want to Google Memorandum 2319, is yet another opportunity where the government is saying we have to manage the dollars. And grants, which are opportunities for entrepreneurs and folks who need it to move the mission beyond the Beltway, is something that actually gets me fired up. So let's talk a little bit about the purpose and your view on why grants matter to the mission so much.
So grants are an interesting mechanism, if you will, for being able to drive direction, agendas, change. I don't think people really think of it that way, but that is really, it's policy. A new administration comes in and they want something to happen. They can push grants through to those various downstream entities that will deliver on that or who can do the research on it.
And there's a process that one must go through. That's a big part of the CGI DNA, all right? Grants management and financial management?
Yeah, and there's a cycle to grants. Not every organization follows every single step the same way. And if you look at the variety and the quantity of agencies that are distributing grants, a lot of differences. So yeah, there's you have to understand the programs. You have to understand the requirements that are put out there for each of the grants, and you have to associate the systems and the technology to support that. As you had mentioned records management earlier. That's the life, it goes along the life plan of a grant. And, we don't like to think we need all the documents, but you do. And there are some that are a year long and some that are 10 years long. And how do you keep all that information together? And there are requirements on audit. There are all sorts of things like that you need that information. And that's where records management would come in. That's where grants management systems come in. But there's always, there's the front end piece where they have the application. Then there's how do you monitor it during the life of the grant, and then collect all the data and the information. And then something that I don't think is really paid quite as much attention to, but really should, is the performance aspect. Are they really delivering on what that grant mission was supposed to be?